Hello my dear friends, my name is Jitendra Dhankhar. I am a BTech Mechanical Engineer from MDU, Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak, Haryana. Currently, I'm working with J Kumar Infra Project Limited and I'm playing a role of Chief Safety Manager here. We are doing a project of underground metro station which starts from the Surat station and the Chowk Bazaar station. In between, we do have a station called Muscati Hospital station. So it is a good project and it is the twin tunnel projects we are doing and tunneling with the TBM method. So this is our current project and I was there with the J Kumar Infra Project Limited from last 12 years. I have worked in elevated projects and underground projects as well. So today we are going to discuss about the fire safety, why fire safety training is required, because we are the main cause of the fire. We are the main cause of fire. Everyone in the organization need to be trained to identify the fire hazards and how to eliminate them, because we are working in a atmosphere in a company and we are moving somewhere, we are visiting somewhere, we are in a shopping complex, we are in a mall, we are in a theater. We don't know where are the fire hazards and where are the fire safety devices equipped at any locations. If we do know, so we will be saved, and we don't know, we will be in the danger. So today we are going to discuss, and our main objective would be basic fire prevention and protections, how to handle fire extinguishers and how to escape from the buildings, how to evacuate, and the mock drill, fire drill or evacuation drill you can say. So as you can see the picture, fire is the best friend of the mankind. At the same time, if ignored or neglected, it becomes the worst enemy, because fire, if in controlled, we can use the fire, we can cook our food, we can hot the water, we can do anything with the fire if it is in controlled manner. But where it is uncontrolled, it can lead to a big disaster, it can lead to emergency. You must have heard about the Rajkot accident where we have lost almost 27 lives, and there were children. It was very bad. So there is a small quote in Sanskrit that Chiti Jal Pavak Gagan Samira Panch Tattva Se Racha Sharira. So in that you can see the fire is the main element which is important to our body, because in our body there are fire, earth, water, air and sky. So fire is a element who is required for human body for our living in this planet. So fire can be controlled in any environment with proper control measures. Here you can see the picture says that at the right time you can prevent the fire, you can extinguish the fire. Time is the most critical factor to control the fire successfully. See, I'll assume that there is a fire in this room, and the fire is very small. This watch is a fire, and see, this is an electrical panel, and there is fire, and you are sitting in this room and you do have one glass of water, and this is the electrical panel. What you will do? Would you extinguish the fire? Would you extinguish the fire with the glass of water? Most of the people say, no, I will not extinguish the fire with this, I will apply fire extinguisher. But do you know where are the fire extinguisher are located? Where are the fire devices are? Who is the fire officer of the building? Who is the fireman of the building? You don't know anything, and you are going to save the room, or you are going to extinguish the fire if you know. If you don't know how to apply, you can leave the scene as it is. Leave the scene to the fire brigade team. They will come and they will fight with the fire. So if there is the panel and you are sitting in the room with a glass of water, you can extinguish the fire. How we can extinguish the fire? See, I have a small piece of stone. This can be counted as a glass of water. If I will throw this to any device or to any particular space or a place, this will detach from my body. This will not be connected. The wire, if I am doing with the water, it can be prevented. The fire can be extinguished. But if you don't have anything and you have the water, you can stop the fire with the water too. But you have to understand and you have to take care of your safety as well. This can be happen only when you are trained. So we have seen large cases, a number of cases where we have extinguished the fire with the water of the electrical fire, because in the fire brigade team, you must have seen the whenever the fire truck came, it is only carrying the water in the huge capacity. So a fire tanker is approximately having 5,000 to 6,000 liters of water. So if there is a fire, we will use a nozzle, we will open it and extinguish the fire in a rain effect. We will first move the nozzle size on the upward, and then the water will go upward and came down like a rain effect. So everyone will be protected of the electrical hazard and the fire will be extinguished. But you have to be very quick at the right time. We are again saying that if you want to extinguish the fire, you have to be on right time. You have to focus that area, that time is the main crucial part of this. See, if the fire is small, again come on the same scenario. This is the electrical panel and this caught fire. If there is a fire here, there is a screen and which can coat the fire easily. On the other wall, you can assume that there are curtains. In their side also there are curtains. If it will catch fire, then it can transmit to fire to the curtains, and all the curtain can coat fire, and thus in the very small time the fire would be in the entire room. So that's why it is says that the right time you can control the fire. If a cigarette, a small bud of cigarette in your hands and you throw it like this, it can cause fire. But the same bud, if you are throwing, you just crash with your feet, the fire can be saved. So time is very important. In a small scenario, one glass of water is very sufficient for the fire. If it is enlarged, one fire extinguisher can fight the fire. And if it is catch the fire, all the curtain catch fire. So we have to call to the fire brigade, because in this planet everything is combustible. Even a human body is also combustible. Human body also can caught the fire as per Hindu dharma. Every human body is accreminated with the fire for the Nirjal coal. So we will move ahead with the slide. This is the fire triangle. Fire triangle says that oxygen, fuel and heats are there. So as per my opinion, these are three thieves. Every thieves have one key of the one tijori, one safe. So if the all thieves came together, the fire will ignite. So one thief is oxygen. If we will remove oxygen, fire will be extinguished. If we will remove fuel, fire will be extinguished. If we will remove heat source, it can be removed, it can be extinguished. So this is the fire triangle. Now we will talk about the fire safety triangle. Fire safety triangle is also the same shape, but it says what is required, what is available and how to apply. See, we have given you an example that you have an electrical device and you have one glass of water. So what is required? You have to assess the scene. After this training, you will be understand that what is required in particular fire case. So if there is a small fire or with a small electrical box, you have a water, then you must know how to apply. This fire can be extinguished with the help of blanket also. If there is fire, I can use the blanket like this and extinguish the fire. So all thing is very that how to apply. So this is the basic need, how to apply. This is in this fire safety triangle. If we will remove anything of the heat source or oxygen or the fuel, the fire will be automatically extinguished. See, the three elements were required for extinguish the fire, and three elements are required for generating the fire. The first, for the fuel, if we will remove the fuel, that will be called starvation. Now if we will cooling the temperature, that will be required. If we will remove the heat source, that will be cooling effect. And smoothing, if we are removing the oxygen forcefully with the help of fire extinguisher. Assume like we are having a candle and we just blow with our breath, it can be extinguished. So the smoothing effect can be seen like this only. These are the classification of fire. Like class A will consider class A in paper, wood, textiles. In class B we will consume all flammable liquid like petrol, diesel, and in class C we will take all the gases like CNG, PNG, everything, every gas will be considered as a class C. In class D, all combustible or flammable metals will be considered as sodium, potassium, magnesium, and class F or class E would be, class F would be for cooking and class E would be for considered as a electrical fire. So these are the fire risk, and these are the, after the fire triangle we will discuss about the particular class. So like class A, but is I already said wood, cloth, paper would be considered as a class A. You can see the logo. This logo can be seen in the fire extinguisher. If there is a, it is considered to be class A, and it can be extinguished with the help of water, CO2 type, or water, or basic water is everywhere available. So we can extinguish the fire, A fire, with the help of the water. Now we will take the flammable liquid. All the flammable liquid like paint, grease, oil, gasoline, diesel, petrol will be considered as class B. We will use mechanical foam or a dry chemical powder or a CO2 type fire extinguisher to extinguish B class. Now we will take C. Class C would be considered as LPG, CNG, PNG, propane. This can be extinguished by the dry chemical powders or CO2 types. Now we will take class D. Class D is a metal. Class D is a metal like sodium, magnesium. This can lead to a very huge fire if not controlled on time. We can't use any type of powder, so special powder is there to extinguish the metal fire. We call TEC, tetraeutectic chloride, for that. So that is a specific powder which we can use to extinguish the metal fire, because in the metal fire there is a huge temperature, and in metal fire there is temperature considered as 2000 to 4000 degrees centigrade in this particular fire. So we can't use the water. If we will use water, it can be a situation of blasting situation. It can be a bomb blast, because in that temperature 2000 to 4000 water will be distributed, because water is H2O, hydrogen and oxygen will be separated, and it would be a hydrogen bomb. So we don't use water in metal fires. Now we will talk about the E. E is the electrical fire. Any motor, any equipment which is having electrical supply can be considered as a class E, and we can extinguish the fire with the dry powder, CO2 and the sand buckets. So these are the basics classification of the fire. Now I will talk about the fire extinguishing media. This is the fire extinguisher. This picture you have seen, this device you must have seen in all the buildings. This is called dry powder or ABC type fire extinguisher. We can also say it a multi-purpose fire extinguisher, because nowadays in every building you can see this picture and you can see this type of equipment. This can be used in A, B, C. Majorly all three classes are meant to have a fire. So if we have this extinguisher, a fire can be controlled. See, the fire extinguisher, there are number of fire extinguisher. For all types of class fire, we have all types of fire extinguishing media. Like for A class, we will use water based fire extinguisher. For all the chemicals or all the liquids chemicals, we will use foam based. For all the gases, we will use gas based, and for powder, we will use special powder. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much.